What's the craziest thing you've ever done with your family? Well, the craziest thing I've ever done with my family is taking a cruise. You might ask yourself, how is that crazy? Well, I'm about to tell you. First of all, my family is really large. My extended family is. We do a lot of stuff together, even though we live 4 hours apart. We see each other for special occasions, and we have every big holiday together. A few years ago, my grandparents' 50th anniversary was coming up, but my grandmother had also just been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, so it was really hard on all of us. So the adults of the family decided that we needed to do something big together, but what could it be since we already had holidays together? Well, on Christmas morning, we all opened up big stockings with giant sunglasses and a certificate that said we were going on a family cruise together. We were all really, really excited, especially the cousins, because we loved to be together. We were all nervous before the cruise because we had never been on one, but once we got there and realized it was just like a giant building, we were really excited. And the family all had rooms together on one hall, and so it was like we were in a hotel together almost. We had family dinner every night, and we went to a lot of the cruise destinations together. Family makes everything special and more important, so that brings even more memories to the destinations we went to on the cruise. Our first stop was the Cayman Islands, and that was what I was most excited about because I had heard it was beautiful, and it was. We got in a boat and we drove to a reef with stingrays, and we got to swim with the stingrays. It was creepy because they got all around you and they were slimy, but it was a lot of fun and something I'll never forget. And after that, we went to Jamaica. Well, we got to the port, but by the time that the bus that was going to drive us into town would get there, we would have only had 45 minutes. And we had little kids with us, so we decided it wasn't worth it. But we went back on the ship and we swam in the pool and we got to see Jamaica from there and we ate a family lunch. And so that was a lot of fun. And our last destination was Mexico, Cancun, Mexico. We had heard that it was pretty cool but kind of touristy, so I didn't really know what to expect. We only got to go shopping and go to lunch, but it was beautiful. And it was really cool to see the culture of the people because they had a lot of cultural things in the square. And the water was beautiful, but the police wouldn't let us touch it, so that was a little disappointing. But we still got a lot of very beautiful pictures from there. Our family still talks about Mexico to this day, but it's for a different reason. The first night, we all had a family dinner, and then the next morning, we were all fine. But my cousin and my sister and I walked to my parents' room so we could go to breakfast. And my mom told us my dad had been sick all night, and so we thought it was seasickness or just bad food the night before. And so they took him to the doctor on the second day, which he hates going to the doctor, but he went. And they said the same thing and gave him medicine. And after a couple more days, he still wasn't better, so they took him to the doctor again. And he has Addison's disease, which affects the immune system, and it can make you really sick. So we thought that was what it was. So my mom told them the medicine to give him, and they wouldn't give it to him because it's a very strong medicine. And they tried to get him better for days, and he wouldn't get better. They said if he wasn't better by the time we got to Mexico, then they would have to leave him there. And we really didn't want that to happen. They finally gave him the medicine, and as soon as we were pulling into Mexico that day, he felt better. So we were really glad about that. So that family cruise was a lot of fun. It was crazy because we brought the whole entire extended family. We had a lot of cool destinations we went to, and my dad got sick, but he has a story to tell. He swears he'll never step foot on a cruise ship again. No wonder they call family the fabric of society. There's no one else I would have rather shared that cruise experience with.